You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but something's going on at Linden Elementary up north. You guys know where Linden is? My daughter goes there. She can vouch for this. Something weird is going on up there. I teach kind of like a part-time art class up there. I show up once every Friday, bring a bunch of noodles, macaroni type stuff. I'll bring thread. I'll bring wire that I got from AT&T. You can make little sculpture guys out of that, and little mobiles and stuff and hang them. So I bring these materials all the time, do great little art projects with these kids. So I showed up yesterday for class. Usually they put me in the teachers, kind of a big teacher's lounge area where we can spread out on the desks. Nobody shows up. I have this whole class planned. Did they forget me? I don't know what's going on. So I go down the hall, I'm checking, kind of see what's going on. And I go into the cafeteria. All the kids are eating. It's pretty early. It's like, 10:30 in the morning. What are they doing there? It's very odd. They're all sweet kids, nice, under control. Everybody's happy, just quietly eating. They're not fighting. Someone must have gotten in some trouble since last week or something. Maybe they were being disciplined. Maybe they were, I don't know what was going on, but they were very kind of just under control. And I noticed they were all eating vegetables like carrots and celery sticks and lettuce and stuff, and they were also eating like, fruits. What's this all about? And then the pizzas were kind of just left fallow over here, and they would all, in a nice, neat little line, walk them up and dump their pizza slices into the trash, and then they dump this cookie that they get into the trash. I've never seen anything like it. It's very strange to me. So next thing I know, I'm kind of like looking around. I don't see any of the kids that are supposed to be in my class, so I go out in the hallway, and then I notice something else peculiar. All the art that we've been working on so hard, they've stripped it off the walls. I don't know if they're going to paint the place or what. What's in the plan? I don't know. Why is all the art we've worked on so hard just gone? I could not figure it out. All the walls bare. I walk through the hall. I figure maybe some of my kids are out on recess. Open up the back door, go out into the recess, the field out back. There's a lot of great toys out there for them to play on. Once again, just like order, discipline. The kids are perfect. They're, playing foursquare just nicely. No one's doing the grand slam where it hits you in the face. No one's doing any of that kind of stuff. They're all lined up nice and kind of calmly waiting for the slide. No kid going up the wrong side on the slide. They'd slide down just nice and neat and get back in line again. And then they were all like lining up to take basketball shots, like perfectly, 8 kids per basketball hoop. And every single time, swoosh, swoosh. They didn't miss a single shot. This is when I started, wondering what was going on here. No teachers. I asked one little kid, I'd never seen the kid, I said, where are the teachers? He says, we don't need teachers anymore. Yeah, okay. And so I finally see one of the kids I know. Mark's over here playing over on doing the volleyball thing, and never smashing anyone on the face with it, never doing anything wrong with it. So I go up to him and say, hey, what is going on around here? He says, well, why don't you just call this number and find out? And he hands me a little phone number scribbled on a piece of paper, 1-800-555-1717, and in the bottom scribbled really weird, it says, Mars. I don't know, I can't figure it out. And so I'm like, yeah, fine, this is great. I got to find some teachers around here. Everyone's so orderly, but I see one kid way back in the corner, where the fences meet. I'm going to go check him out. Maybe he has some answers to what's going on. And I walk away. It's so quiet. No one's screaming. No one's having, much fun, playing, laughing, none of that kind of stuff. So I go back to the back corner there with this kid. He's just kind of has his back to me. He's got a corner in his face in the corner of the fence. And he's just crying. And tears are just coming down his face. And I said, this is, I know this kid. He's in my class. Kyle, what's going on, man? Why are you crying? They're trying to get me to call Mars, and I don't want to call it. What do you mean call Mars? What are you talking about? They don't, whatever you do, don't call that number. Here, take this bubble gum. If they try to get you to call the number, put the gum in your ears. Don't listen to that sound. Don't listen to this. He's crying and freaking out. He's crying so bad. I've never seen this before. I said, calm down, dude. You're acting kind of weird, man. You guys are freaking me out. And so I start trying to take him away from the fence, and as soon as I turn around, 300 kids fanned out. They're all just standing there about 10 feet behind me now, just kind of watching. I said, Okay, Kyle, you are going to the principal, buddy. You've been kind of screwing up really bad around this school, and you're going to call Mars now. And I saw all the little children, all 300 of them, just kind of got a little smile on their face. I heard one of them whisper, "Don't be afraid, Kyle. It's okay. You're going to love it." I'm like, "Come on, Kyle, let's go. You've been a rotten kid." He starts crying and screaming, and I kind of say, "Kyle, play along, man, play along." And we're walking through all these kids, 300 of them. And I said, "Run!" And we ran as fast as we can. Got to get to the principal. Usually I knock on her door. This time I just open up the door. I'm not even, they probably doesn't even really remember me. I'm only there once a week. I open up the door, and when I go in there, I hear a sound. And the principal is there with her tongue kind of hanging out. And her eyes are kind of lolled in her head. And she's just listening to that sound. And that's when Kyle starts crying. He says, "Put this in your ears, quick!" And he takes some gum out of his mouth and mushes it into my ears with his little sharp little pinky fingers. I can't hear anything, but I remembered the sound. It was sort of like cotton candy. It's sort of, you just wanted more of it, and you couldn't stop, something about it. And then all of a sudden, the principal looked up at me, and she kind of snapped out of it and slapped her tongue back up into her mouth again. It was hanging out about 6 or 7 inches by the time I finally saw her. And she puts the phone onto this kind of like intercom thing, and it's going all through the school, and I can barely hear it. And that's when I know I'm in trouble. I turn around, and there they all are again in the hallways, except now they're in the trance, and their tongues are hanging out. All the kids, all of them, just in the hallway. And I run with Kyle as fast as I can. I'm knocking him over. I don't even care anymore, because I got to tell somebody about this. You guys got to help me. And so I got out of the car. I got in the car, drove as fast as I could. I got Kyle next to me. He's crying. I decided I'm going to call 911. I dial him up. The lady answers. And she says, "How may I help you? What's your emergency?" I said, "Look, I got to talk to somebody. I got to talk to somebody now. I need the health department. I need the mayor. I need a whole bunch of people." "Well, let me transfer you." Okay. And there's a transfer. I pull over the car, and I just have to listen to Kyle screaming and crying over there. "Oh, be quiet, Kyle. I want to hear what this is. If this is Mars, I got to know, man." "Hello? Yeah, I got them all right here. It's for you."